Here's a number nobody talks about, 37%. That's the federal tax rate on ordinary income above roughly $578,000 for a married couple. And before you say, that'll never be me, I want to show you how a couple with $1.3 million in a traditional 401k can end up writing checks to the IRS at that rate in retirement, completely by accident. I'm Jordan Castiani, and I'm with Legacy Investment Services, and today we're talking about the hidden tax trap inside the pre-tax retirement accounts, why it gets worse every year when you ignore it, and the specific window you have right now to do something about it. If you have more than $500,000 in a traditional IRA or 401k, stay with me. The trap works like this. You contribute to a traditional 401k for 30 years. Every dollar goes in pre-tax, which feels great. You're reducing your taxable income every year that you're working, and the account grows tax deferred. On paper, it looks like pure upside, but here's what's quietly happening. The government has a claim on every dollar in that account that you put in. They've been patient. They're waiting until you retire. Let's use a hypothetical couple, Robert and Diane. They both retired at age 64, and between their two 401ks and IRAs, they have $1.3 million. And their Social Security combined is $4,800 a month, and they need about $9,000 a month to cover that lifestyle. So they pull $4,200 from their retirement accounts each month, which is about $50,000 a year. And in their first few years, the tax situation looks manageable. Then Robert turns 73. The IRS calculates his required minimum distribution based on his account balance. And by then, that $1.3 million has grown to $1.8 million, and his RMD comes out to roughly $68,000. And that's not optional. That's income whether he needs it or not. So you stack that $68,000 of RMDs on the $57,000 roughly on Social Security, and 85% of the Social Security is now taxable. And suddenly, Robert and Diane are paying taxes on over $100,000 in income at a rate that would have shocked them when they were working. There's a second punch that comes with this. Medicare Part B and D premiums are income-based. And if your income crosses certain thresholds, the government charges you what's called the surcharge for IRMA. For 2025, a couple with a combined income above $212,000 pays an extra $838 per year per person in Part B premiums alone. That's on top of the standard premium. A large RMD in a single year can push you over the IRMA bracket you'd otherwise never hit, and it's 2 years delayed because Medicare uses your tax return from 2 years prior. So a high income year today affects your premiums in year 3. And Robert and Diane never expected to pay the IRMA surcharges. Their income during their working years was modest, but their account balance grew. Their RMDs are large, and now they're paying the penalties for saving well. That's the trap. The solution for most people in this situation is to start converting portions of their traditional IRA to a Roth IRA before the RMDs begin, because every dollar you convert reduces that future RMD base, and you pay the tax now at a rate you control instead of later at a rate the IRS controls. For Robert and Diane, if they had started converting $60,000 per year at age 62 in the low income window before Social Security and before RMDs, they could have moved $360,000 into a Roth over 6 years. And that $360,000 would have grown tax-free, and it would not have generated an RMD. The key is staying inside a bracket each year so you can convert up to the 22, 24% bracket, no further. Going over necessarily may not help you, and a financial planner runs the projection to find your sweet spot annually. If Robert and Diane give to charity, there's another tool, the qualified charitable distribution. A QCD lets someone age 70 and a half or older give up to $105,000 per year directly from their IRA to a qualified charity, and that counts towards their RMD, and it never hits their taxable income. So for someone who gives regularly, this is one of the cleanest tax moves. The window to fix this is not unlimited, and every year your pre-tax account grows without a conversion strategy. The future tax bill gets larger by the day, and by the time your RMDs start, your options narrow significantly. If you would like to see exactly what your RMD trajectory looks like and whether a conversion strategy makes sense for your situation, Book your complimentary retirement income analysis through the link in our bio, and we will model your specific accounts, your tax exposure, and show you what the numbers look like with and without a strategy. Subscribe for more content like this every week. I'm Jordan Cassiani, and I'm with Legacy Investment Services. I'll see you next time.